The palace right now, they are on high alert. When Meghan and Harry, these Harkles, they are visiting the palace, whether it is actually even, I mean, for anything, whenever they visit a place, let's put it that way, the whole place, they have to take extra precaution. They have to be extra careful because you never know what Meghan, this duplicitous duo, all of this family, these surrogate invisible children included, would do. You never know what they will do for their own advantage. This is the problem. When they go for a cause, they do not go for the cause. They go for themselves. If it is raising fund for a charity organization, whether it is for helping out other people, it is all about themselves. So when it comes to the palace, of course, it is more than anything that you can ever imagine, that the palace will be so careful about how they will they will handle this duplicitous duo. So what am I talking here about? Let's actually share some news with you. But before I do that, I want to share this particular news first, because I think this news is more important. So as you can read from it, bombshell, Meghan Markle and Harry snubbed by Queen Camilla. So let's talk about this particular news first, because it is coming right now on the media, and basically what they're saying is something that is very, very interesting. The ongoing, if you can read from the screen, the ongoing estrangement between Prince Harry and the rest of the royal family, specifically Prince William and Queen Camilla, is discussed online heavily and also on social media. People everywhere, they're talking about this particular snub coming from Queen Camilla and also Prince William. A reporter from Daily Express named Malone highlights that William reportedly cannot forgive for the public criticisms in the Oprah Winfrey interview and the book Spare. So guys, this is absolutely pathetic for Harry. He trashed the monarchy, he trashed the family, and now all of a sudden he wants to reconcile. He did not issue any public apology. We all make mistakes, but where is your apology? You do not even have that courtesy. Well, thanks to Meghan Markle, he forgot that. Now, the motives for the visit was also discussed. The reporter speculated that Harkles are returning to the UK for financial and professional reasons, arguing that their popularity in the United States has declined. Of course, their popularity right now has tanked so much, they cannot salvage it, okay? They cannot get it back. They never had any popularity, but in the beginning, when they played the victim, some people, they believed them, their stories, their narrative about the entire monarchy situation. But now, people can see right through it because they are lying all the time and getting caught at the same time. Now, the reporter suggests that King Charles is attempting to maintain contact with his son, but that William and Camilla are unlikely to meet with the couple. So again, these are all coming from trusted sources who are, commenting on the situation of the royal family. So yeah, by all means, you can take their reporting. The motives behind Harry and Meghan's potential visit to the UK is highly doubtful, while reports suggest that it is for an Invictus Games event and family reconciliation. Scholars, or I should say commentators like Kinsey Schofield, she argued it may be a strategic business move to leverage their royal proximity to sell $5 million worth of inventory, gems, bookmarks, candles. Because this is a business trip, if you like. This is not in other words, Kinsey is saying this is a business trip. It is, this is how they're saying, Meghan and Harry, that when we go to UK, people will see us, they will think of us in a positive way, in a royal way. Oh my God, these, royal people are there. Oh my God, with the king. So we have to buy their products, right? That's exactly what Meghan is trying to get here. One of those things, right? She has many other motives, many other purposes going back to UK, but this is just one of them. Then says the irony of Harry seeking to bring his children to see King Charles while being estranged from Meghan's father, Thomas Markle, who has never met his grandchildren, is being discussed on social media and also on mainstream media, because this hypocrisy This double standard is quite obvious. We can all see it. Meghan and Harry, we can see it. It doesn't matter how much you try to hide all of this from us, we can see it. You have no relationship with your father, and for Harry, father-in-law, and all of a sudden you really care about family reconciliation. Well, why? It is because your pocket is getting emptier and emptier, so now you need some PR for your wife. Harry is not doing it only for himself, even though if you ask him why are you doing this, he will tell, my wife is suffering, her business is not doing well, so she needs some advertisement, so I'm going back to UK. That's the answer you will get from Harry. And for Meghan Markle, of course, there is nothing called family. It is all about trash, 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 trash. That's how she sees relationship. So Catherine was praised by the mainstream media commentators for her resilience while dealing with cancer. Many royal commentators also expressed support for Carol Middleton, describing her as a godsend, quote unquote, for her help during the family's difficult time. Of course, so many things you can learn from Carol Middleton, who stood by the family and helped and protected them, that's for sure. Now, the actions of a hospital worker was also discussed by commentators, because this is something Meghan Markle might want to take advantage of, and that is that the hospital worker, as we know, who attempted to access Catherine's medical records was evil. That's how they are seeing it, the commentators, the analysts. Commentators calling it, quote unquote, the face of evil. Why would anybody want to have access to a person who is going through cancer and go and try to get her record in order to sell them, or in order to share with them, even worse, with people like Meghan Markle? And a lot of people, a lot of commentators, they're saying that the reason the reason these records were stolen, or somebody tried to steal it, was because Meghan Markle wanted those records. This is how some people are framing it. I'm not 100% sure if she will dare to do that, because if she does, then obviously she will get caught. But you never know. Anything is possible by this evil person. Now, there is this video I just want to share with you, where we will next talk about how the palace is on high alert. Okay, how they are freaking out, how they are taking all the precaution they must take. And I want to actually play this video from Dan Wotton. Take a listen.
No photographers allowed.
And the fact that courtiers within the palace are saying, well, there might be a meeting, but we're going to ask, or we're at least going to consider asking Harry and Meghan to hand in their devices on the way in. Oh, and by the way, even if there's a photograph, it's going to be with the children, not Meghan.
I do not believe the king is a...
So if these photographs will be taken between the children and the king, would that help Meghan Markle? I think so. The best thing to do in this situation would be, first of all, vet them. Let them prove that they're real biological children. A lot of talks going on online about whether they're biological children of Harry or not. I think the first thing that the palace should do really is not to take away their devices. Well, that will be one of the things that they should do. But also at the same time, they should also ask them to hand over, the DNA test. They need to prove that the kids are real and that they exist. Some comments here. Lizzie Lopez. Thank you, Lizzie, for your comments. Another one. Thank you guys for your comments. Leave a comment in the comment section, and